Hello. Alright, sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure my mic was on. Alright, so you saw the stream, and you saw the stream title, and we're going to be doing some interludes. I got some backed up, so I don't know how long the stream will take. Probably just like take a couple of hours, just like 1 or 2 hours at most. Nothing too long. But before that, let's get started. So we have a couple of interludes we can do right away. For right now, let's just do Sigurd. My inner fire continues to burn. It scorches my body, singes my heart, sears my passion, and sublimates my bliss. Even after all this time, my flame shows not a single sign of deterioration. They reject the cold and melt any ice or snow that draws near. Even now, this power that lies within me burns as fiercely as ever. Yes, even now. Stew's ready, Sigurd. You're too kind, master. While we servants have no need for sustenance, I would be happy to partake in if there is enough to go around. Oh yes, there's plenty. So much that you'd be doing us a favor by helping us eat it. Fofo! Oh wow, we got Martha here. I'm so sorry. I always end up making enough to feed a whole family when it's my turn to cook. I'm sure it would be great if there were a large number of us camping out, but when it's only a few of us, I always feel like I'm being careless and wasteful. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, the important thing is that your food is yummy. Oh, well thank you, Master. I'm glad to hear that. We can always use more positive feedback. This food is somehow heartwarming. Is this what home cooking usually tastes like? I'm not sure. This is usually what meals were like back when I cooked for my own family. But I don't know if that alone qualifies it as home cooking. Still, as long as the food is hot and nutritious and everyone can relax and be themselves while they eat, I think that's all you need. I see. I ask because as something of an older hero myself, I tend to forget what home cooking was like. You do? I do. You see, Munch, while my mother did raise me, Munch. Stop that. Didn't your mother teach you not to talk with your mouth full? A great hero should be setting a much better example. Yes, you're right. My apologies, Munch. Now he's savoring every bite. Well, that doesn't mean we need to eat in complete silence either. I'm happy to talk during meals as long as we don't do so while chewing. Good point. My father was the great warrior Sigmund. Died in battle. Well, I was still a baby. I see. I'm sorry for your loss. Fortunately, I was not yet a fighting age, or he may have given me a baby battle instead of a baby bottle. Foe? Well, Oh my god, I wasn't. Oh. Sigurd's way much more comedic than Little. Though I guess it's I should have known from his summer um, from his summer appearance in August. It was just great. Him and Bryn were just a stupid couple. So much beauty. Like, oh, get a review too. Why would you say such a thing? It doesn't even make sense. God, never mind. Let's just forget that last part. Forgive me. Once I get a joke in my head, I cannot simply stop myself from saying it. Even my beloved has told me less is more when it comes to my attempts at humor. At any rate, after my father's death, my mother took a new husband, and a blacksmith friend of the family was entrusted with my care. And that was... What was this blacksmith like? His name was Regan, and he raised me as though I were his own son. Was he strict? Of course. He had to be, to ensure I would grow up to be a hero. Thus, I was trained to be a hero from a very young age. I was taught swordsmanship, spear handling, archery, axe theory. I learned how to fight with every weapon under the sun, and I still hungered greedily for even more knowledge. My curriculum also included mandatory physical training. From sunrise to sunset, I would run non-stop across the plains without disturbing so much as a blade of grass. I learned how to hunt beasts and how to incapacitate people. I mastered ways to defeat soldiers, warriors, and heroes, and how to fight on equal ground against those of more demonic natures. My training was practically the day I was born. As long as I can remember, I knew I was destined to become a hero, and had my peace with it. But despite what you might think, I did not think of it as a burden. No, on second thought, I suppose I did. The words were out of my mouth before I knew what I was saying. I see. I don't blame you. I can only imagine how hard that must have been. Though, I am surprised to hear you say that, Sigurd. You always seem like the type to keep those kinds of thoughts to yourself. True. I suppose I usually am. But in this case, I thought that with my beloved elsewhere, and only a few comrades in arms I trust with my life here, I could permit myself a moment of vulnerability and share how I truly feel. Aww. Well, go on, keep eating. The food's certainly not getting any warmer after all. You caught Martha completely off guard. What did I just say? Still, can you blame me? I think anyone would be trusted so implicitly by someone from such a different time and place. I do apologize if I embarrassed you. At any rate, I can scarcely imagine how hard that kind of life must have been for you. But if nothing else, I can certainly pray for you. Consider it a sign of respect for the convention that helped you get through those hard times and become the hero you are today. You may well be right, Lady Martha. It was a difficult time in my life, to be sure. But since I would not be here today had I not experienced it, I can look back on it fondly. That being said, if I were to encounter Regan now, I have no doubt I would punch him right in his face again. Fo. Indeed. While we're on the subject, I would normally not tell you the next part, but since it is already part of my legend, I see no reason to refrain. Unfortunately, Regan deceived me. He planned to make off with the evil dragon's treasure before I slew it, even if it meant killing me to get me out of his way. Oh gosh, that's terrible. Indeed. But by then, he was no match for me, and I quickly turned the tables on him. I see. You're very proud of that, aren't you? Of course. I never thought of myself as a righteous hero. But surely, anyone who could stoop so low as to stab a child he raised in the back must be irredeemably evil. So I think my killing him in retaliation must therefore have been a righteous act. Yes, you do have a point. There certainly isn't much good to say about a man who would betray his charge for riches. Do you hate Regan for what he did to you, Sigurd? No, I don't think so. I don't have much love for him now, but I wouldn't say I especially hate him either. No, I don't hate him, but it did pain me that things turned out the way they did. If nothing else, I do owe him a debt of gratitude for his work raising me to become the hero I became. And above all, I would never have met my beloved had he not set me on that path. I suppose it just goes to show there's a thin line between good fortune and bad. Don't you think you're being a little overly optimistic? Now that you mention it. Oh, come on now! Oh, come now. Surely there's no need to be that shocked about it. It's just that I'm usually so straight-laced that no one has ever called me optimistic before. I never even realized it until now. I see. So I'm an optimist. Arguably, one of the best parts of being a servant is getting to better understand who we are even after we died. Now that you know you're an optimist, you should work on polishing your optimistic nature. I see. From where I stand, it appears you are also an optimist, Lady Martha. For it is through your heart of iron, wrapped in gentle mercy, that you bring hope to people everywhere. Oh? Now that you mention it, I suppose I probably am an optimist. But that's okay. I think it's much better to be an incurable optimist than to bemoan the state of the world without doing anything to improve it. With that attitude, it is little wonder you became a saint. My hat is off to you. It's a little embarrassing to hear you praise me like that. Thank you once again for the meal, O Lord. At any rate, I'm still wondering if there truly is an evil dragon in this singularity. What do you make of it, Sieg? Oh my god, we got Sieg! They're definitely the same species as me. Well, that might not be entirely accurate. But whatever species they are, I can certainly sense them here. Also, on a completely different subject, the stew was delicious, Martha. Thank you, Sieg. I made sure to season your bowl extra strong. I appreciate that. My tongue isn't as sensitive as humans, so I need strong flavors just to taste anything. This really is delicious. I'm glad to hear it. Alright, once you're done with dinner, we'll get back to searching. This time, we're going to find those dragons and take care of them once and for all. And by take care of, I mean confront them and lay them to rest with mercy and prayer. Lead the way, Miss Iron Fist. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm a writer devoted solely to healing others. Why is she upset? Is she upset? Does she not like being called this? Alright then, let's get going. Shall we get going? I was kind of hoping for seconds. Don't worry, Master. If you like my stew that much, I'd be happy to make another pot for you after we get back. Could I partake in this new pot of stew as well? Well, of course. Like I said, I always make too much anyway when it comes to cooking for large groups. I dare say I could even give Kat a run for her money. I don't smile. I can't smile. I don't need to smile. I don't get angry. I can't get angry. I don't need to get angry. I don't get sad. I can't get sad. I don't need to get sad. Nor do I even ever particularly wish for happiness. The blacksmith who raised me said that was fine. He said I was a weapon, a blade, a guardian meant to protect those who can't protect themselves. He also said if I was going to be a hero, I shouldn't try to develop a personality of my own, as doing so would only end in tragedy one day. Those words stung. I couldn't deny that there was a hint of truth to them. If one were to assemble a group of 1 million people, 10,000 of them would no doubt be well above average. Let's say from those 10,000, 100 of those very best were chosen. That would mean there were fewer than 100 people who excelled in every possible way, mental, physical, and spiritual alike. Among those 100, there's truly one exceptional being. They may be descended from gods, bring miracles to life, have wills like solid steel, or possess inhuman power. Those beings are called heroes. They are birthed by the tides of history and cultivated by the passions of their fellows. I expect that I, too, am one of them. As long as this power of mine can be of use to the world, I have no qualms about materializing and wielding my sword. But there's also something else, an itch that is somehow indescribably pleasant. Something about it feels nearly dreamlike. It's almost as if... Sigurd! What happened? How could a warrior of your caliber become so distracted? Were you so nice and full from that delicious meal that you got sleepy or something? No, nothing like that. Forgive me. I was simply a bit lost in thought. Oh, thank goodness. I was worried you had been hit with some sort of mental attack. Though in that case, I'm impressed you can afford to get lost in thought while we face such a fearsome opponent. I'm sorry. Rest assured, I will do everything I can to allay your concerns, starting right now. What are your orders, Master? Hit it hard and bring it down quickly. Understood. Then I would ask that you please send some more magical energy my way. Thank you, Master. Alright, beast. Have at you! If we have Sigurd, I'm guessing we're using our Sigurd. Just go Merlin. Okay, we can move him. Let's go first sunrise. Buki. Actually, is Romulus up? Oh, I need a load MP. Bart. Where are you, Bart? There you are. suppose we'll go waiver. Yeah, I think waiver would probably be okay. No, I think we'll just go with Merlin. And then we'll add all the bond Seaheats because I want to get the bond hub. Where is it? No, we'll just leave it like that. Alright. That should be good. Oh wow, 2 dragons, okay.
服を汚すわけにはいかないが、そうはいくまいか。リアル診察する。お前は夢のような形で。
I thought he had enemy charge. Ah, I should have brought waiver. Oh well, live and learn.
リラックスリラックス。お望みのままへ。そう。
光を浴びろ。
切り込む。おや、行こうけ。切り込む。
次だ。
切り込む。最高のカード。
というべきか。
何事もやればできるさ。
宝具で何もかも吹っ飛ぶ。いいとも。よし。魔剣完了。秘伝の狂気見せてもらおう。俺なるは破滅の霊でエルベルキッグラム。次だ。暑いか。夏でも適度な運動を。
So close.
いいとも。
お望みのままに。
光を浴びろ。
ご苦労様。じゃあ次に行こ
う。Alright, not bad. There we go. All the creatures that have been destroyed, Master. Great work, team. Thank you. Don't let your guard down just yet. We still haven't finished repairing the singularity. And Sigurd, I think you owe all of us an explanation as to why you spaced out in the middle of a battle. Yes, I suppose I do. Letting your mind wander in the heat of battle is inexcusable. Still, I got careless. I'm sorry. It's okay. These things happen. I'm surprised. I never thought I'd see the day when you of all people slipped up. I was kind of surprised too. Fortunately, we were able to cover for you your mistake this time. But we might not be able to be so lucky next time. Still, whatever's going on, if you believe you can figure it out on your own, please make sure to do so. I will. Don't worry. It won't happen again. Is something wrong? Oh no, it's nothing. Just my imagination. Though for a moment there, it really did look to me like he was enjoying himself. sensing more dragonkin a little further ahead. Can you tell how many more there are? There are lots of small ones, 2 medium-sized ones, and 1 big one. Based on everything I've seen so far, I'm guessing the small ones are wyverns, the medium ones are dragons, and the big one is a Fafnir. Then perhaps this singularity will go away once we take care of them. Yes, I think it probably will. Though, of course, that's easier said than done. These evil Fafnir dragons are more formidable foes I prefer to avoid. No matter how many times I've faced them. Indeed. Come to think of it, Siegfried says he doesn't remember anything about his own battle against Fafnir. He says even a single battle with stakes as high as those, where even one small mistake you can lead to your death, is enough to drive a person to insanity. And since his went on for so long, he no longer has any recollection of how he managed to come out on top. It's true, that sort of thing is quite common in fiercely fought battles. While I also remember that I won my battle against Fafnir, I couldn't tell you how I did so, much as I wish I could. Well, I assume that you at least used that sword against it. That much is certain, yes. Still, it's strange. I still remember how, as a heroic dragon slayer, I'm still remembered as the heroic dragon slayer to this day, even though it's been a staggering long time since I accomplished that feat. But right now, I think I remember my ordinary life much more than I do that fearsome battle. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Now you really aren't sounding like yourself. Of course that it's a good thing, Sigurd. Of that I have no doubt. I hope you're right. Maybe the same will be true for this journey to save humanity as well. And I'll remember the ordinary days far better than I will my battles. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's probably a good thing. Do you think so, Master? I see. That's very reassuring. I might be just imagining things, but I'm sensing there are even more creatures in the cave up ahead now than there were earlier. Well, that's no good. That's not good. They must be birthing to increase their numbers. That can't be right. How could they possibly grow up that fast? Anything is possible in a singularity. They may be close to a powerful ley line, or they may have attained the power of a holy grail. Either way, the sooner we eliminate the threat, the better. Roger that. Oh, you know what? I didn't read the title. With neither mass nor shade yet real. Yikes, they're absolutely everywhere. It's just like what happened in Orleans. We need to hurry or they'll start reproducing faster than we can eradicate them. Master, we're counting on you to help us tip the scales with a big one, Sigurd. Consider it done. We'll do our best to clear the way for you. Good luck, Sigurd. Yeah, I think we'll go with... Yeah, that sounds good. Alright.
夏だからね。戦いも観光も涼やかなものがいい。
Oh wow. Okay.
リラックスリラックス。
Oh nice. We got a secret break chain too.
レッツプレイと言うべきか。
Save that for later.
受け負った。魔剣完了。貴殿の強見せてもらおう。次だ。暑いか。夏バテ対策だ。行け。
So what does that do? Inflict curse. 5 turns, 1 enemy when attacked. Huh.
大いに遊び、大いに学ぶ
おや、行くかい。
と受け負っ
切り込む。
た。罠。次だ。
おっと。
ではどうしよう。
ご要望とあらば悪いね。簡単なマジック
だだ。おっと。いいと
ご要望とあらば
物理で殴るだけの戦い。次だ。
切り込む。
これぞ大軍師の究極の陣地。破ってみせるだ。おっと。
Alright, time to end this.
君に全チップをかけよう。頼むぞ。
残暑見舞い。いいとよし。魔剣完了。貴殿の強見せてもらおう。
おっと。
汗一つかかずに勝利。実にいい。
Now, my demonic sword is incomplete. Is complete. My ultimate technique is ready. The time of your demise is at hand. Bolvekgram! I'm so sorry if I butchered that. You did it! The enemy has completely vanished. Good. Booyah! Oh god, I love Martha. For those players who joined late, I really wish you would have seen her in the summer event. That was just great. Wonderful job, everyone. It shouldn't be long before this singularity repairs itself now. Drake, I mean, Master. Shall we? Hell yeah, we shall. Oh? Woo! Woo! What was that? It's called a high five. I'm no expert, but apparently it's some kind of ritual you do once a job is complete. Then I think I'll do the same. Woo! Woo! This is nice. Great work today, everyone. Let's head back now, shall we? Way to go, guys! Thank you. Strangely, I found myself smiling much more ever since coming to Chaldea. I can't yet tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Heroes aren't supposed to smile themselves. They're supposed to protect others' smiles. I don't remember if Regan told me that, or if I said it myself. But either way, the environment I'm in now is like nothing I could have imagined back when I was still alive. As a result, I think that, maybe, I've grown a little weaker. Oh wow, only 2? Huh. It's against a Saber. Siegfried maybe? Or maybe a Sigurd clone? I don't know. So please, give it to me straight, Master. Do you think I've gotten weaker? If this is you weak, I can't imagine what strong looks like. It's true. We don't have much a more difficult time against Fafnir without your help. There you have it, Lord Sigurd, and I too can vouch that you are still as strong as ever. Tell us, why would you think otherwise? Well, for one, the fact that I let my guard down on the battlefield. But more significantly is the fact that I was once able to defeat Fafnir on my own. Yet this time, I was unable to do so without assistance from other servants. The only explanation I could think of was that I must have grown weaker. True, there are definitely cases where we servants are weaker now than we were alive. For example, as a saber, I can no longer use my... Oh god. Again, I'm sorry if I butcher this. Tarncap? Tarncape? Tarncap. I haven't... Someone please tell me how to pronounce that in the comments. In a vacuum, one could indeed conclude that we have grown weaker. I knew it. However, it might sound contradictory, but I'm also certain I don't feel any weaker than I did when I was alive. And the reason for that is our master. Well, him and the other companions alongside whom we fought. Well, these kinds of circumstances would never come about during an ordinary Holy Grail war. They allow us to draw on this power. I see. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Lord Siegfried. How can I repay you for your help? If you'd like to repay me, you can do so by sparring with a couple of people I know. Oh? In fact, this sparring session might just help you truly understand what I mean. Good day, my name is Sigurd, and I'll be your sparring partner today. Shiki. Oh, cool, Hokusai. Hell yeah. Siegfried told me all about you. This ought to get me another step closer to being a bona fide sword master. I'm a caster, not a saber, but I still tend to get involved in a lot of sword fights. So I think this sparring session will be extremely educational for me. Something wrong, Sigurd? Oh, sorry. Not to worry, everything is fine. Now, shall we get started? I'm gonna fight on their side, right? Okay. Understood. Then let us begin. Oh, okay, we're using Hokusai and Seek, I think. You're fast, but your strokes are all over the place. It's natural to hesitate at times when using multiple weapons. So your first step is to make choosing which one to use as natural as breathing. Gotcha. You're mine. You're still over-reliant on Lord Siegfried's sheer strength. I can understand why you'd be in a hurry to end the fight, since you can only transform for a moment. But there's no need to rush. You still have plenty of breathing room to use that technique. Right. Ha! You're not hesitating, but that's made your attack patterns too simplistic. An effective combat strategy relies on a mixture of both truth and lies. I want you to come up with at least 3 options for attacking your opponent at any given time. Yikes, that sounds way too complicated for me. If it helps, you could try thinking of these options as conditional reflexes. Perhaps you could try assigning numbers to each move. For example, 4, 7, 2, 5. Could be something like that. Easy, right? I think we still have a long way to go before I can start thinking like that. Oh. Well, there's nothing wrong with associating them with something else either. Yeah. In that case, do you think I could try think of them as Peyton Sigurd? I think I'm starting to get the faintest picture of how it could work here. But I'm definitely way more familiar with Peytons than I am with numbers. In that case, I'll try thinking of my techniques as servant classes. That sounds fine to me. Alright, Sigi. What do you say we do this thing? I'll go first. Sigi? Well, alright. But I'll be going right after you. Come on, let's do it. That's it. Show me what you got. Okay, we're just these two, okay.
Oh, 修羅場だね、トト様。
Wait, what's the condition? Do we have to break the bar? Or... Okay then.
マウント争いだ。ピョーンとつくな、ピョーンとつこうか。バラボミー。
Or do I have to survive? What's the win condition here?
Ah, さて腕っこきさピョーンとつこうか。江戸っ子はさつきの声の吹き流ししまって東海道東都長州和州美濃東海道諸日諸国そうたっ
沈めはっけーシトラセケイ
我が呼びかけに応
何の
えよ。
キョーンとつこうか。
転身開始。彼方への巡礼を。我が身は天の杯を抱えて飛ぶ邪竜なり万物勇敢量がアルグリーズ。
そうだ、来ました。ダメ、
沈めはっ沈め
Okay, 4 turns left.
何の園だ。江戸っ子はさつきの恋の吹き流し。フリフリクローン青い同然義経ローラオの羽だ。諸国
Okay, that had to be a lot. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a lot.
隅田に立った喪失すれば総司の家族。
沈め甘いはっ
了解。なるほど。転身開始。彼方への巡礼を。我が身は天の杯を抱えて飛ぶ邪竜なり万物勇敢量がアルグリーズ。そこだ。我が英雄の力をお借りする。
魔剣完了秘伝の強見せてもらう
Oh wait, she's at that's I think still. Never mind.
まだ青かったな。
沈めはっ
Cutting it
占領
close,
開
but
転身開始。彼方への巡礼を。我が身は天の杯を抱えて飛ぶ邪竜なり万物勇敢量がアルグリーズ。我が英雄の力をお借りする。マスターは無事か。
yeah, I was kind of okay. So the condition was to break the bar. There you go. Not bad at all. If you continue trading regularly, it will only be a matter of time until you master the sword. Woo! We're finally done! Ah, damn. I'm out of juice. Don't think I can take another step. I'd offer you to carry you, but I'm afraid I've hit my limit too. I'm sorry. Those are the happiest exhausted faces I've ever seen. Alright, I suppose I'll just have to carry you both myself then. You know, that was a lot of fun. That's not good. I shouldn't be thinking about having fun. Why not? There's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself. Do you really think so? If you don't believe me, why don't you ask the person you trust more than anyone? Heroes are defined by fighting, by protecting the weak, by never smiling. That's why smiling would only weaken me. At least, that's what I thought. I see. So that's what happened. What do you think of my weakness, my beloved? Oh, my dear Sigurd, you haven't grown weak at all. You're still as heroic as you ever were. Just as once you learned how to smile kindly around me many years ago, you've now learned how to smile around many people. That's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you become more human, more like the person you were meant to be. and I think that's wonderful. I see. Then I owe it all to you, my beloved Brynhild. If it had not been for the passion you inspired in me, in my life, or the loss I once grieved, I would surely not be standing here before you now. You never fail to make my heart beat faster. That's just what I love about you, honey. That, certainly took me by surprise. You're always throwing me for a loop, so it's only fair that I return the favor now and then. Oi! Oh wait, that's my name. Hey Sigurd, we're gonna train some more. I just came up with a killer ultimate move, and I was hoping you'd let me try it out. I'm so sorry, we didn't mean to interrupt your alone time. See, Oi, I told you we should have waited until morning. Well, was I was supposed to know what you meant. Sorry for bothering you, Sigurd. I'll come back tomorrow. Don't be silly, Hokusai. This is a new ultimate move we're talking about, right? I'd love to see what you came up with. Beloved, would you mind lending me a hand? Of course not, Sigurd. Actually, would you mind if one more person joined us? He's been telling us, quote, I still have no idea why little old me became a saber in the first place. So I decided to bring him along too. Evening, sorry to spoil your date, but I can't wait to have fun training with you. God damn it, Astolfo. Of course, you're welcome to train with us. But whether you have fun or not, it's up to you. My swordsmanship class is 99% uncompromising, 1% kinda understanding. Oh god. Yikes. I'll do my best to keep up. My inner feelings may no longer be burning like a fierce fire. They may now be more merciful, like the gentle rays of the spring sunshine. But even so, I can still sense it clearly. Sigurd, the hero. Yes, of course I do. This power stored within me can reach explosive new heights thanks to its entanglements, its relationships with those around me. We're waiting for you, Sigurd. Alright, then I suppose we better get started. I start by taking a single step forward as I answer their call. Formless and weightless though it may be, there is still an energy to be found there. A kind with a name all on its own. We call it love. That was a pretty good interlude. We already knew a lot about Sigurd from LB2, so... And there was like one other story. And the summer event. So it's only nice that we get a small little bit for him. Alright. Let's do Sei Shonaga next. We are so emotional. Sei Shonaga, one of the Heian period's most famous female writers. When I first met her, she no longer went by that name. This is from Murasaki's perspective. She said she had given up both that name and the work synonymous with it, the pillow book, to appease her late mistress's soul. And now, after the now unencumbered Nagiko defeated a shadow version of herself born from her own obsessions, I discovered we developed something of a bond and a new mutual understanding. Oh yeah, this is from Calico's side. Promising we would meet again one day, she returned to the throne as casually as though she were going for a walk. And now, she's here at Caldea. Oh, hello, Master. What brings you here so late at night? If you're looking for a book to read before you go to sleep, I'd be happy to help you find one of your preferred genre. Actually, I was thinking of reading Nagigo's Pillow Book. Let's see. I can't find it on the shelves. Maybe someone has checked it out. Oh, here it is. Goodness, what was it doing here of all places? I suppose whomever read it last never returned it that. Why do I get the feeling she was just reading it herself? I suppose. Sorry to keep you waiting. We have a few editions to choose from, but I recommend this one personally. It's been translated into more modern language, and it also has commentary explaining the finer points and references of the original text, so it's perfect as an introduction to the work. It's rather interesting how differently translators interpret a text. The same thing happens with my own book, The Tale of Genji. In fact, if you were so inclined, you may even find it fun to try reading multiple editions to see how each one handles a given text. Some of them are written in with very casual modern language, which certainly makes a fun and breezy read. But personally, I think your first exposure to a classic like this should be an edition that can serve as a proper introduction to. Ah. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize how much I was babbling. Ahem. At any rate, Master, may I ask you why you thought to read the Pillow Book? Now I see. You want to know more about what Nagigo's life was like in the Imperial Palace. Well, I can tell you when she was there. She used to serve Lady Fujiwara no Teishi as her mistress. Do you know what this Lady Teishi was like? Teishi? Yes, of course. I served Lady Fujiwara no Soshi, who married the Emperor sometime after her. So, in that sense, I suppose Lady Teishi was a rival of sorts. However, I don't think Lady Soshi ever truly considered Lady Teishi her rival, her enemy. I didn't either. Many people were deeply stricken upon Lady Teishi's passing, especially premature as it was. It's said that the happy days described in the Pillow Book are a mixture of truth and fiction. While that may or may not be true, I can say with absolute certainty that this wise and beautiful Lady Teishi, described by Sei Shonogun, was an honest depiction. From everything I heard about her, I know that she was blessed with an abundance of wit and charm, even as she remained friendly and affable. Oh, that's right. I remember hearing about this as well. One day, Sei Shonogun and Lady Teishi were enjoying a pleasant chat when Lady Teishi suddenly asked her, "Do you like me, Sei?" Taken aback and flustered beyond belief, it was all Sei Shonogun could do to stammer out, "Yes, I love ya. I really mean it." Just then, from somewhere else inside the palace, came an unmistakable "Wachoo" from someone sneezing. Oh my, did you hear that? Someone must be lying right now. That sneeze must be from heavens. way of telling me not to be fooled. Then Lady Teishi retreated to her chambers, leaving poor Seishonigan standing with tears in her eyes. No, Lady Teishi, why? So, as you can see, she could also be very playful. Wow, I can't imagine anyone toying with Nagiko like that. From what I was told, Sei Shonigan was fairly quiet and reserved when she first entered service in the palace. She reminded many of a frail, skittish creature. And apparently, it was Lady Teishi herself who helped her realize her true talents. What in the world did she do to turn Nagiko into, Nagiko? I think that question can be best answered by you reading her book yourself, Master. Alright, here you go. One modern-day translation of the Pillow Book. I do hope you enjoy it. Huh? Oh god, Nagiko! Shut up! Ah, the library doors! Come quick, Karuchi! We got an emergency on our hands! I swear, of all the times for Chanmas not to be in his room. Am I interrupting something? Were you having a moment? Did I just super rain on your parade? Sorry, well, don't mind me. I'll be going and you can get back to what you were doing. What? No! This is nothing like that! Bastard! He was just here to borrow a book! But besides, didn't you just say you were looking for him? And there's some sort of emergency? Oh yeah, wow, almost forgot. Something crazy is going on in the cafeteria right now. Will you two come with me? Oh man, you weren't kidding. What happened? Shadow servants? What in the world happened here? Oh god. What the hell did you do, Nagiko? A taco bar? Sorry, a what? You know, a takoyaki party. I'm sorry, but you should maybe start at the beginning. Very well. It all began just over an hour ago. Someone added something weird, didn't they? Okay, the rest of all you guys, we cats are nocturnal creatures, and the sun's down, so it's bedtime. Though of course, we also take plenty of cat naps during the day. I mean, it's there in the name. You got it. Thanks for getting us all set up. We'll take it from here. You just go ahead and curl up like a happy little kitty, Mio-boo. Excuse me, but could you not talk to me like I'm some sort of pet? Just what do you think I am, anyway? I don't want to get lost in the weeds now, so we can pick this up another time. Make sure your ladies and germs don't stay up all night. Alright, now it's just us. Let's get this takoyaki party started. Like, don't gotta tell me twice. I am totes about quantity over quality with stuff like this. I brought all sorts of fillings, but I think I'll start with the good old classic octopus. Hold up, keep that devilfish on that plate, will you? This here side's just for Western type eats. We got cheese, we got bacon, and of course, we got butter too. Damn, I never had takoyaki with that stuff in it before. Is that American style or something? American? I don't really know, but I can tell you it's definitely a healthy style. No, it's not. Back in outer space. Yes, this is Calamity Jane's Space Cowboy. Not Calamity Jane the Westerner. The Western Cowboy. Space Cowboy. Back in outer space, this there was this terrible curse that made it to so even servants could gain weight. But we don't have to worry about that all here in Chaldea. It's awesome. Oh, you queens want in on this batch too? No cheese! Of course not, babe. This is the Celt/Norse area, where cheese is strictly forbidden. You're okay with that, right, Skahak? Ah, yes, I suppose that's fine. I never heard of takoyaki, let alone a taco bar, before, so I have no idea what to expect anyway. You seem much more comfortable with this modern-day world than me, May, so I'm happy to defer to you. Hey, don't sweat the small stuff, just cook what you enjoy, and enjoy what you cook. I see. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Cook what I enjoy, and enjoy what I cook. And it's like kind of amazing seeing a couple of queens poking at takoyaki. I mean, yeah, our own upbringing is nothing to sneeze at either, but still. Come on, you two. Rikachi, don't just stand there. Go ahead and toss in some choice eats. Yeah, I just came by to get a glass of water. I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, Matricardo! Oh god, Matricardo! He got dragged into it. Oh, really? Well, who cares? You're here now. So, what do you want to try first? Any foods you dislike? You don't ever actually listen to anyone, do you? Besides, I just had dinner, so I'm not really hungry. Seriously, I'm not. It's fine, don't worry, Nagi. Nagiko even wrote in her book that there's always room for octopus. Truth. Did you really? That's hilarious, haha. You know what's funny? Two of this characters voiced by the same voice actress. I mean, it's not just that. I know these are all good people, but I don't know how much more of this party atmosphere I can take. The true introvert. So yeah, at first everyone was just eating and laughing and having a great time. A question, if I may. This taco bar, was it open to anyone who wished to join? Sure was. Paisen and CJ and me were all hanging out when the takoyaki came up, so we just decided to make a whole bunch of it. Then the queen showed up while we were getting everything set up in the cafeteria, and from there... Oh, wait, did you want to end on the taco bar action too, Karuchi? Nah, what am I saying? That's not your scene. Despite your cheerful protest, to the contrary, deep down Nagiko thought, oh man, Karuchi totally wanted in on the taco bar, didn't she? I'll make sure she gets an invite next time. She might want to come in a different outfit. Though, I'm sure she'd be bummed if she couldn't get the grease smell out of her nice clothes. Though of course, she was careful to keep those thoughts to herself. Karuchi, you okay? Yes, I'm fine. My ties and oh my god, I forgot about that! So, her thing has so she has a little commentary curse that follows her around and reads people's most inner thoughts. I'm fine, my Tyson commentary fest was just caught me off guard, that's all. Yeah, okay, if you're sure. Anyway, getting back on track. We were all having a blast for a while, but then I noticed we'd run out of feelings. Huh? We're out of cheese and bacon? And the sweet stuff too, now that I'm looking closer. Alright, now I can go get some more food from the kitchen. Bahahaha. What are you, some kind of queen or something? Why yes, I am. And don't forget it. Don't forget the ice cream for dessert. Burned her tongue so badly she can't speak. Pardon not in the fridge eventually. Don't worry, Vikachi, I got this. You just stay and enjoy the food. Besides, if that mountain of takoyaki on your plate isn't anything to go by, you still got plenty of eating left to do. Here, have some more. Eat! Alright, I'll be back in a jiff. Let's see, fillings and ice cream. Fillings and ice cream. Ah, my chance to sneak out! Rustle. Raw meat's kinda gross when you see it in big bloody chunks, huh? And I can't believe Emion and the kitchen gang can just cut the stuff like it's no big deal. I wonder if there's anything sweet around there. Here, like fruit or something. Oh, what's this now? Do my eyes deceive me, Nagiko? Are you in something of a predicament? That voice, is that... Oh god. Why yes, it's me, everyone's favorite idol, Anderson! Hey Mephi, what are you doing here? Well played. You saw through my obvious setup beautifully. You know, is it just me, or do this girl and I simply have the worst possible chemistry? We're having a taco bar right now. You should join us. Oh no, I couldn't. I'm a demon after all. And I wouldn't dream of pretending to be all buddy-buddy with everyone. And not even if I was giving myself away as some part of demonic summer sale. Oh, but a Christmas sale might be a different story. I always enjoy big piles of presents. Aw man, is that true, Miffy? Your childhood must have sucked. But hey, at least you're now a grown-up, so tell me, do you want to have a Christmas? What do you want for Christmas this year? Oh no, you don't have to worry about me. After all, I never had a childhood. At any rate, I've been sitting in the kitchen corner watching you for a while now. And while I couldn't help but notice you seem to be looking for some ingredients. You could tell, huh? Yeah, I just can't seem to find what I'm looking for. Then today is your lucky day. Voila! What I have here is something very rare and special, and inquired by. Well, let's not trouble ourselves about that bit. But just a single taste, you'll sleep like the dead and wake up ready to go. Ready and raring to go. Disclaimer: may be poisonous when used for exhaustion, recovery, or stress relief. That's right. This is a strange and one-of-a-kind chocolate. Wonderful one-of-a-kind chocolate. The package just says trial product, and it's guaranteed to wreak havoc on your digestive system. Oh god. Sweet! You're the best, Mephi! There's something extra yummy about chocolate. Almost feels like I've got some good memories associated with it. Are you sure about this? You could very well end up exploding the moment you put this in your mouth, you know. Whoa, really? Now that you mention it, I saw that in a food porn manga. I see. Well, you just go ahead and take it. It's all yours. I'm just going to sit in my corner. Woo, thanks, Mephi. You and I should go clothes shopping sometime. So it's her fault. So you actually ate that chocolate? Yep, it was yummy. You may want to exercise a bit more precaution about what you choose to consume in the future. Wahahaha. He's been giving me candy from time to time anyway, so I guess I didn't take anything of it. Anyway, here's where shit gets serious. After I got back, we made a batch of takoyaki with the chocolate for the filling. It turned out to be surprisingly popular, and before I knew it, the batch was all gone. But right when everyone finished eating, they started getting all woozy. And then this weird black stuff started seeping out of them. So that's how these shadow servants got here. Oh crap, he saw us. Alright pal, if it's a fight you want, then bring it on. Whoa, hold up. It's just me, the real me. Huh? Rikachi? Weren't you all pitch black over there just a moment ago? No, I never actually ate any of that takoyaki. I just pretended to eat. Well, I was slipping it in my shirt the whole time. In your shirt? After that, well, I missed my chance to get away, so I just kinda stood there. And I guess none of them ever noticed me. Must have blended in really well. So you never had any Rikachi? Do you not like takoyaki or something? No, it's not that. It's just, not really much for parties is all. Gotcha. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at you or anything. Never mind that now. Lord Magic Carter, do you still have the takoyaki in question? Oh, yeah, I think so. Yep, here it is. Can you tell us anything about it, Murasaki? Yes, I can tell. I can sense some strange and unsettling magical energy coming from it. So one bite of this chocolate lets you recover from exhaustion and relieve stress, was it? I'm not sure yet, but my suspicion is that this chocolate is an elixir of sorts, which gives one's stress a physical form. So when everyone ate it, the stress they didn't know they had came out all at once, tied itself to this unsettling magical energy, and produced a new kind of shadow serpent. As such, I think the most apt name for them may be stress servants. Stress servants? And here I thought shadow servants was a little on the nose. But that doesn't mean I don't like it, Karochi. Thank you. At any rate, there's another reason I believe this stress servant hypothesis is correct. You see, it would explain why you still yourself after eating the chocolate. Aw, was that a compliment? No, wait, it wasn't, was it? Unfortunately, there is one other problem that this situation proposes. The cause of stress tend to be highly personal. If these dark feelings are the personification of each servant's stress, then they must contain sensitive information about those servants. So facing these stress servants in combat would mean end up violating the original servant's privacy, which would be a grave moral... Sorry, Murasaki, I think we're out of time for exposition. Lady Scotty? It's so hot. I'm sorry? Why are so many things in Chaldea so hot? I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Scotty's inner voice? No, Master. I don't think it's anything quite that serious. Why are the baths here so hot? Why must we eat noodles in a hot soup? I can't stand heat. Surely there must also be beauty that can only be found in the middle of a harsh winter. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I totally get that. I don't disagree, but I don't think now is the time for that discussion. Oh right, my bad. I just kind of responded without thinking. Anyway, if that's chocolate's what made these things, that basically means this is all my fault, huh? Well, we gotta stop him somehow, and we probably shouldn't do that in the cafeteria. Master, could you set up the simulator? I'll lure these things over there once you're ready. What are you thinking, Rikachi? You can't just throw your life away. Now I'm planning on it. Don't worry, this I can do. Rikachi. Oh hell no, not you too, Master. Never call me that thing again. That again, please. Okay, see you guys soon. Well, thank you so much for your help, Lord Magicardo. We'll have the simulator ready soon. Thanks for handling things, Rikachi. Riachi. Is it Rikachi or Riachi? Okay. When this is all over, I'm gonna make it my mission to turn that frown of yours upside down. Alright, let's do this. Go team! And where's Roma? Roma. Grand Boma. Oh, I like the music.
私の力が必要ならば
I really hope they bring us the next
運命をかけた戦いであるはず
next whatchamacallit, the next CD, or the next two CDs, whatever the next two are.
早掛けですカルエラ温情はない圧倒します信頼回帰臨界始まりの領域花開く命のすべてひとときの夢のように水にしびらきようさ古きルームどれにしよう古きルーム熱を帯びなさいマルミアドワーズ早掛けですカルエラ参拝の時よありのように並びなさいこれが本当の私始まりは極小広がりは無限すべて我が心臓に収まりしびらくエーサー当然とはいえ嬉しいものですね皆さんのおかげです
Oh wow, that's a lot of forecast. Come on, CJ, wake up already. You too, Python? Huh? Was I sleeping? What time is it? It feels like I've been for like ever. Looks like the original servers were all knocked out while that was going down. It don't look any worse for wear, so I'm guessing they'll probably be fine. Sniff. Well, I learned my lesson. No more chocolate for me. Hey, don't sweat it. These things happen. Hell, if I let every screw up get me down, I'd. But don't worry, Mikachi. Next time, I'll make sure to only bring feelings that are totally safe for consumption. Next time? Yeah, next time. You, me, Kaoruchi are gonna get together for a nice, somber taco tea party. And since it'll just be the three of us, you won't have to worry about things getting too lively. Not sure if that's true. If she'll be there, since she's plenty of lively on her own. Did you see something, Magikardo? I can't wait! Oh my god, this is the worst. How did I end up with this weird mark on my face after nodding off? Come on, Skahawk, wake up. And once we're back, we're heading straight for the bath. I'm not sure why, but I feel absolutely wonderful, as if I have been reborn. So this is the benefit of attending a taco par. I like it. I really don't think that had anything to do with it. Hey, it's all good, right? If nothing else, everyone did manage to get their stress out. So it looks like it all worked out in the end, no? There you go again. Still, I suppose you're right. It seems everything did work out in the end. Exactly. How much more could you ask for than a happy ending? Well, good night, Master. I'm sure you must be tired after everything that happened. I do hope you sleep well. You too, Nakiko. Perhaps you could at least consider toning things down a bit so late in the night. Maybe, if I feel like it. You really are incorrigible, aren't you? Now then. Chanmas, I suppose it's super late and all. But will you help me clean everything up? Yeah, okay. There, clean as a whistle. Sorry to drag you into this, especially when you didn't even get to join in the taco bar. But I didn't think it'd be right to ask the others to help clean up after everything that happened. I guess getting you to help was when you already happened to fix the whole mess in the first place isn't much better, huh? Wahaha! Don't worry about it, it's no trouble. There you go again. I'm sure you're plenty of tired yourself, but you still insist on powering through. This is exactly your problem, you know? Not that I'm in a position to say anything since I'm the reason you're all tired out in the first place. Isn't it hard for you sometimes too? Huh? Where'd that come from, Chanmas? Well, you know. You still miss Lady Teishi, don't you? Hoo boy. You must have borrowed a real weird book at the library today, huh? Still, you're not wrong. I'd be lying if I said it was never hard for me. But it's not that simple either. You see, I almost never get sad. Because I'd rather just be dazzling. Hey now, don't you laugh at me, I'm serious. So, what do I mean by dazzling here? Well, you know something, Chanmas? I was kind of hoping I get to see her again, but she wasn't inscribed in the Throne of Heroes. At least, I don't think she was. Instead, I bet right now, well, really for the past 1,000 years, she's been far, far away, enjoying the afterlife in paradise. And who knows, maybe she comes down here now and then to check in on me and have another laugh at my expense. But think about it, that's kind of scary, right? If she just dropped by and saw me all bummed out, wouldn't that absolutely suck? That's why I can't let anything get me down. I need to make sure she'll never see me looking sad. I gotta make sure she never has trouble finding me, no matter where I may be. I might not be able to continue the pillow book anymore, but I still want to be able to show her that I'm here and I'm happy and full of emotion. That's what I mean when I say I always want to be dazzling. The end. What? That's it? Come on! That wasn't even the point of the story. Oh man, I can't believe I had to be my own straight woman. Talk about embarrassing. I wonder if there's anything I can do for her. No, what am I saying? Of course there isn't. Whatcha? Come on, Chanmas, don't you start getting all wistful on me. Though, even having said that, there are still times that I doubt myself. Times I worry that if I stumble and fall again, I might not be able to pick myself back up. That I might just wake up like it was all a dream, and all the passion I feel now could just drift me out of me. Until I'm trapped in a world where all the colors are dull and faded, and I can never go back. So here's the deal. If that ever does happen to me, Chanmas, I want you to snap me out of it. I want you to take me to places I've never been, show me things I've never seen, inspire me with so much dazzle I can't help but want to tell her about it, and convince me that there's plenty of beauty in this world, no matter where we go. That's something I'm pretty sure you can do for me. But then again, I honestly still don't know. Still don't really get how masters and servants are supposed to relate to each other. So maybe that's a weird thing to ask. No. I think that's an awesome idea. Hehehe, awesome. Well then, I guess we're all good. Oh man, I didn't realize how long we've been talking. We better turn in, or tomorrow's gonna be rough. So I'm just gonna line up some of these chairs and go get the sunshine. Night. You're gonna sleep here? Hell yeah! It's got the AC keeping things nice and cool, and Emion's way better at waking me up than any alarm clock. Trust me, this is a great place to sleep. Hey, I know. Why don't you line up some chairs and see for yourself? Now you want me to sleep here too? Wahaha! Come on! Did you ever have a slumber party? It'll be super fun, you'll see. Hey, mind turning out that light? Oh well. Guess I might as well give it a shot. Alright. Be back for one moment. Okay, let's try this. Let's see. What do we do here? I want to do Luvia's. Yeah, I think we can do Luvia's. No. We might be able to do Enkidu's. See what else we have. We have Asclepius's. Who's the Bedlog? We do the altars. You know what? Let's do Doman's. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. We'll just put that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe. There's no synergy with this team. This is just go.
私の力が必要ならば全力で応答します。運命をかけた戦いであれば早書きですよ。軽いより耐えてみせる。参拝の時よ、ありのように並びなさい。騙しませ。私を悪魔と言ったその通りよ。原始の地獄に帰りなさい。究極女神ビーム。受けるがいい。切り裂かれる。
あなたもそうね
早書きですカルウェナ。運命をかけた戦いであれば参拝の時をうるさ静かにして寝台回帰臨界始まりの領域花開く命にすべてひとときの夢のように不思議なクエーサー目障り許しはない
Nice I'm getting some good MP charge.
これで
Okay, yeah, I don't like that.
早書きですカルウェナ。対終末対粛清防御はじめ下がっているようにこれが本当の私始まりは極小広がりは無限すべて我が心臓に収まり不思議なクエーサー最果ての島罪の都最後の竜は我が胸に集う円卓の守護者たちラウンド・オブ・アバロン輝き
節操多彩なればどうでしょうどうでしょう
醜悪だな耐えてみせてそうでなくてうるさ黙って寝台回帰臨界始まりの領域花開く命にすべてひとときの夢のように不思議なクエーサー嘆きクイーン許しはない私は善と悪が合体した究極の私負ける道理がないのだわ
Oh, nice. 2 burning leaves. And this will unlock Doman's final 2 ascensions.
おおこれなる姿節操は初めて目にしましたぞ言うなればそうドクロエボシアシアドーマン我が身になぜか取り込みし3つの御霊と真に溶け合ったがごとき馴染みよう人獣神の先に進みし者いわば羅刹王ドクロエボシアシアドーマンとでも申しましょうかなどと
Yeah.
冗談でございますとも
You remember.
こちらですよマスター節操いささか高ぶってしまった様子にてどうですあなたも共にはいええこれはまあシャレ神戸ですがそう震えずともよろしいもちろんシュミレーターの嘘偽り夢がごときものですとも
No way. Let's do Zhangyu. Vanguard of Time. It's time for our customary tea party. Did you bring all that yummy treat? Wait. Did you all bring a yummy treat? Of course, I got a great assortment of cookies I made to practice for Christmas. We got... Okay, for those... Okay, so... For those of you who joined in on the stream a little late and don't know who these characters are, I don't blame you. But you should if you played at least the first part of FGO. Or at least got to London. So, the girl, or watch a little bit of my stream. So the girl in the little outfit, the first outfit, was nursery rhyme. Just like Mother Goose, all that collection of nursery rhymes. Amalgamation of nursery rhymes. Yeah, let's go with that. Who... It's hard to explain. So basically, she's the embodiment of all the nursery rhymes. And her current body is that of, let's say, her master in one of the Fate Extra games. At least that's from what I remember. I never played the Fate Extra games, so I think that's it, but I have no idea. Second girl was John Alter Santa Lily. So if you've seen or heard of John Dark or John Alter, yeah, she's the Lily version. And what is the Lily version? Basically a younger version of the current servant. So a younger version of John Alter essentially. And then this one is probably the most complicated. Jack the Ripper. Yes, that Jack the Ripper. But there's multiple Jack the Rippers, very different from her. One very different from her, who we might see later on. Kind of a spoiler, but not really. Well, kind of. But anyway, basically, yes, this is Jack the Ripper from Fate Apocrypha. What is Fate Apocrypha? Go watch it on Netflix. Anyway, we got leftover chocolate from when we practiced making it for Valentine's. I brought a pound cake I made just for this occasion. I made several of them to get it just right, so I'm very proud of how it turned out. I made sure to bring some for you too, senpai. So you're more than welcome to just have some if you like. That sounds great. A tea party, huh? I don't like the smell of Western tea, but I do like the sweets you have with it. Hehe. Hehe. I've been waiting for this tea party all week. I can't stop smiling about it. No, Ibaraki Joji, the rule is we're all supposed to bring our own treats. That's right. I know we made an exception for you last week when you showed up as an unexpected guest, but you promised you'd bring your own treat the next time you wanted to come, remember? Keep your undies on, you little brats. I remember just fine. As a rule, we Oni never make anything on our own. But check this baby out. I stole it all by myself. Oh, a chocolate cake. And it's already beautifully cut. It looks like something you'd see in a bakery. I'm glad you remembered the roll this time, Ibaraki. But are you sure it's okay for us to have this? I mean, what if it was meant to be a present for somebody else? Guess we'll have to seek forgiveness instead of permission this time. I don't see what we can do now. That's already been cut. Besides, remember what Mr. Caesar always says. Render unto Caesar the calories that are Caesar's. Caesar, no, what are you teaching these small children? Exactly. And he's the one who came up with the Brutus saying. Now come on, everyone. Line up your cups here, please, before the tea gets cold. Oh, it smells so good. We can't wait. What the f is Jongyu here? Ah! Huh? What's going on? He just knocked the whole cake onto the floor. How could you do that, you big meanie? I hate this spiky horsey. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Let's dismember him, hoof to me. Oh no, this is terrible. What do we do now, Senpai? We gotta stop the kids! And Ibaraki. Just calm down, everyone.
参拝の時よ、ありのように並びなさい。信頼回帰、臨界、始まりの領域、花開く命のすべてひとときの夢のように、恵みしぶらく王さ。黙ってうるさい。信頼回帰、臨界、始まりの領域、花開く命のすべてひとときの夢のように、恵みしぶらく王さ。私は原始宇宙から来た女神。一時の勝利など嬉しくもなくもないわ。
Alright. Well, it looks like everyone's calmed down now. Honestly, they look more worn out than calmed down. He just left without saying anything again. How could he? How could he do this to us? We just wanted to have a tea party. How dare that horseman ruin my feast? I could understand if he wanted to steal that cake, then he could just steal it back. But all he did was stomp all over it. Not even Oni would do something so terrible. I hate that spiky horsey. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Zhang Yu, huh? Did he make another mess with no discernible reason? Yes, this time he crashed Nishiram's tea party. In a very literal sense of the word. Hey, at least he did not destroy any part of the facility this time. The other day he left a gigantic gaping hole in the rec room wall. I swear, I do not know what I'm going to do. This is already the third time that he has caused this kind of commotion. I believe he started that fire in the warehouse as well, if I'm not mistaken. Truthfully, I'm also at my wit's end. In my case, he continually destroys the clues I have gathered on my current case. I knew that Zhang Yu, the hegemon king of Western Chu, was one of China's most notorious tyrants. But berserker or not, that doesn't mean we can have him going around stirring trouble like this. Drake, as his master, the responsibility for keeping him in line lies solely with you. So tell me, how do you plan to fulfill it? However you go about it, make sure it doesn't inconvenience me. True, it can be difficult to reason with berserkers at times. But generally, once you're familiar with their, quirks, it isn't too hard to get the hang of it. But in Zhang Yu's case, well, it's impossible to predict what might cause him to act like this. Yeah, he's a powerful fighter, and he's usually much more on the intellectual, warrior side of things. But he's like a double-edged sword if uncontrolled. As a servant, we need to be careful about how we handle him. Drake, your sense of normal with these sorts of things may be rather skewed by now. But in other circumstances, the ability to summon this many friendly servants would be miraculous. If worst comes to worst, we maybe need to consider sealing his spirit origin. Of course, that choice will be ultimately yours to make, but I need some time to think about it. Very well, but remember, you summoned the servant, so you need to figure out a viable solution. You want to know how to control Lord Jean Yu? That's right. And we thought if anyone might know a way, it would be you, Yu Mei Ren. You people have some nerve. The very idea of a human controlling a man so great and heroic is laughable. If we don't do something, he could end up getting sealed away. I see. You humans never change, do you? I'm sure we could figure out something if we just knew why he was acting this way. Please help us help him, Senpai. Why do you have to be so irritatingly good at those impudent strategies? Fine then, I'll make an exception for you this once. True ancestor, fortune telling, divinations, lost items, general knowledge. What's this sign for? A fortune telling street sign, naturally. Haven't you ever seen booths such as this on the street before? Last I checked, this was a dock, not a street. Are you sure you want to be so open about being, well, a true ancestor? Oh sure, it's the first one to open. Oh sure, it's the first one to open takes all with all these kinds of things. And brand recognition for true ancestors. It's off the charts. Well, I guess I just thought you would be more concerned about your reputation. Nope, as long as I'm not actually being harmed, I couldn't care less about that intangible stuff. And it's not like I have to worry about an Omyoji or extras busting down Novum Condor's doors to kill me, right? I suppose that's true. Anyway, I'm very impressed that you know how to tell fortunes, you Mayrin. Huh? Are you kidding me? There's no way I'd ever bother with that kind of hassle. Huh? Weren't you listening to me? I told you, it's just a sign. This way, we don't have to go looking for anyone with the information we need. All we have to do is wait for them to come to us. Excuse me, is it true you can help me find something I lost? But of course, be it friend or foe, object or abstract, or even a fragment of happiness itself. My astounding true ancestor powers can help you find anything just like that. Is it just me, or did that spiel sound unnaturally rehearsed? See, someone stole something from the kitchen last night. Usually I write it off as a pointless prank. But given what was stolen this time, the sooner it gets resolved, the better. Well, what was it? Did they take the whole carton of golden fruit or something? No, not the golden fruit! I know how you must feel, Master, but please try to stay calm. Hi, I happened to overhear you guys talking while I was peeling carrots. I'll take it from here. The next part involves some very delicate feminine matters, after all. See, the thieves that snuck into the kitchen took something of one. Wait. See, the thief that snuck into the kitchen took something. I think there's supposed to be a comma there. One of my Tomocat's home bakery class students made. Something one of your students made? Yeah, Hassan of Serenity. Of all people. Oh, that's, I was against it, personally. I didn't think it was safe to let her use the community kitchen for obvious reasons. You see, these red guys are all too cold-hearted to get it. Well, that space demon I've been hearing rumors about lately also wears red, but that aside. Making sweets is an essential tool in any romantic's holy war. With a battle royale that takes place every February, you can't blame her for wanting to up her game. Serenity has just as much right to polish her skills as anyone, even if she is up to her ears in poison. In fact, if you ask me, poison is just another kind of spice. Used well, it might just be the key to turn that special someone's head your way. Woof. That's right. I couldn't agree more, Kat. I fully support Serenity in all her romantic endeavors. Yeah, I figured that's how things would play out. which is why I kept an extra close eye out safety-wise, including disinfecting everything, including disinfecting every implement she touched, to ensure she couldn't poison any other ingredients. And a fat lot of good your close eye did, considering the mess we're in now. You might as well have been watching through one of those fist-caked chihuahuas they have in your country, for all the good it did you. You must be thinking of Chihuahua. But that's not the point. I'm sorry. It was my responsibility to watch the kitchen, and I failed. Serenity was supposed to let her toxic chocolate cake sit overnight after baking to give the batter some time to settle. But when she came to check in on it in the morning, it was gone before she could so much as taste it. Did you say chocolate cake? If the thief had just sneaked a slice on the spot, we would have found it sprawled out on the ground. If they were human, they'd drop dead on the first bite. If it was a greedy servant with a sweet tooth, their spirit origin would have either weakened or disappeared outright. So I went to the command room asking for information, but they didn't see anything like that. So the most likely explanation is that nobody had any of Serenity's stolen cake yet. Still, it's gonna keep me up all night if I don't know what happened to it, and for her as gorgeous as mine needs plenty of nap time to keep its luster. That's why we thought we'd try this mystical, ancient, true ancestor power of yours. What is it, Master? Why do you look like you're about to yell Eureka at any moment? You don't need to worry about this deadly cake. According to my readings, it was lost forever before it ever had a chance to harm anyone. Huh? But I didn't even see you do any fortune telling. That's true ancestor mystic power for you. I'm just sorry I couldn't help you track down the cake's whereabouts. So to make up for that, I'll let you have this one on the house. Stupid knuckle-dragging hater has got to be behind this. I just know it. How else do you explain there being a gigantic acoustic ruining hole in the wall of every room where I'd planned to hold an impromptu concert? Oh God, John, you saved us! Oh wow, that was loud. I'm sorry for any headphone listeners. I've been scoping out the concert sites all by myself in secret to make extra sure nobody can leak them ahead of time. But somehow, this damn hater still always manages to beat me to the punch. Some paparazzi has got to be spying on me in secret. You got to do something, puppy. Lately, I've been hiding my treasure where nobody can ever find it, because I didn't want to make trouble for anyone. I'm conscientious like that, you know. But then one day, out of nowhere, somebody attacked my top secret hiding spot and burned it to the ground. Whoever it was, it must have been jealous of my stash and decided they couldn't have it. Nobody could. I don't know who did it, but when I find out and track them down, I'm gonna kill all of them from my mast, or if my name isn't Blackbeard the Pirate. Huh? What was that? What's this treasure? Exactly? I might be your servant, master, but a guy's still entitled to his privacy. Like they say, good fences make good neighbors, right? Oh God, Blackbeard. That's right. The day was finally going to be the day when I seized the evidence of all that wicked Blackbeard. I mean, Mr. teaches to brave crimes, see that he was properly punished for once and for all. I even asked Medea and Kirky to use their clairvoyance, so I could pinpoint the exact location where he was hiding all of his sordid filth. But when I got there, I found out that somebody had already burned the entire stash to the ground. It was obviously a cover-up, so it must mean that Blackbeard has a co-conspirator. If we don't do something, chaos is about to befall all of Chaldea, or at least its sense of public decency. And seeing how Raiko's very presence here contradicts any claims that she makes about... I'm sorry. uphold public decency herself. Then, as a saint, that task clearly falls to me. Foe, you're one to talk, foe. All these stories are painting a pretty clear picture. Right, the times and locations of all these issues line up perfectly with Zhang Yu's mysterious destructive behavior. There's no telling how much tragedy and bloodshed he may have prevented. So you get it now? Does it mean I can finally close up shop? Like you said, once you lay all these stories out in place, things that seemed incomprehensible at first start to paint a clear picture. I wish he just told us about these ahead of time. Then we could have helped him. Don't hold your breath on him ever doing that. Remember, he doesn't perceive future events rationally or logically. As far as he's concerned, foresight and conviction are synonymous. What's more, the obligation he feels to nip these problems in the bud before they become disastrous is practically a reflex. How can we get along with him better? Well, you could always try becoming immortal. That's just the kind of joke I expect you to make. It's no joke. The whole reason you finite beings are trapped in your conception of the present is because of how you view death. You in particular should know what I mean, Ash. Remember how wonderfully vivid everything seemed back when you could feel the days counting down to oblivion almost in an instant. So what does the present feel like to you, Mayrin? Man, that's a really hard question to answer. It is? I'm not even sure I can explain this in a way you would understand. For example, take this moment right now, where I'm here talking to you like this. Is this the present? Or do you actually... Or did you actually die long ago, and I'm just reminiscing about you, and how can you tell? Huh? The reason you two can keenly tell the difference is because you can feel your lives ticking away with each second. But for me, there is no real difference. The only thing I can tell for sure is that you two will eventually die. And I'll be left behind again. I think I get it intellectually, but I can't really understand. This is just what life feels like when death no longer means anything. The past and the future become indistinguishable from one another. The endless mass of time compresses your memories, and you have no apprehension towards or interest in the unknown. Things that happened before, and those that will happen someday, are both equally vague. And you can't bring yourself to care about which is which. That's why I don't even bat an eye when Lord Zhang Yu sees the future, or does something seemingly inexplicable. Just like that's how it might have been before. That's also how it might be again someday. So long as you keep finding meaning in your finite lives, you'll never be able to understand Lord Zhang Yu. But if he does something you can't really make heads or tails of, just come and ask me about it, and I'm still better than he is at taking you human stats into consideration. I see. I'm sorry you had to go through all that trouble on my behalf, my Yu. Not at all, Lord Zhang Yu. It barely even served to pass the time. Still, I have to ask, are you sure about this? Surely you could have foreseen your actions were only going to make the Chaldeans fear you. I did, but I also foresaw that no harm would come of it, even if I could not foresee how. I see. So it was thanks to your intervention that my actions became clear, and I was able to avoid a disastrous fate. I'm in your debt once again. Not at all, Lord Zhang Yu. Anyone would have done the same for their beloved. Why are you sighing with such dejection, my Yu? If I had only been able to clear up misunderstandings between you and your subjects back when you were the hegemon king of Western Shu, maybe you would have met with a different fate. Impossible. Back then, you feared humans just as they feared you, so you would never have been able to negotiate with them. That's true, isn't it? You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. What you did today is only possible because of your new circumstances, my you. It is due to your choice to become a heroic spirit, come to Chaldea, and take Drake as your master. That you are now able to act as an intermediary between humans and myself, Lord Zhang-Yu. I could not function as well as I do if I did not have you to help me, my you. I am glad you are here to fight for humanity's future by my side. As am I. Increase the grass. Oh, nice.
平安京の時代に存在した代理と優れたマスターには
Alright, we'll do one more. We'll do one more and we'll call it. Could do Kiritsugu's. Or do one more. Let's do Tesla's. Yeah, I need to level up my Tesla skills. Let's do Merlin. Merlin. Went too far. The AC-DC debate, also known as the War of the Currents. You may think I'm just retreading the same ground as usual, but hear me out. Wherever you call it, this battle is the very essence of the eternal conflict between him and me. Alternating current or direct current. Needless to say, as of the 21st century, civilization has proved beyond all a doubt that alternating current is the superior technology. In 1891, that mangy plebeian refused to see the truth. All he ever cared about was lining his own pockets. Go on. Thus I responded with my greatest feat of high frequency, high voltage engineering, the crystallization of all my hard work and accumulated wisdom to that date. I speak, of course, of using my Tesla coils, Tesla circuits, and hydraulic transformers to conduct an electricity generation experiment at Niagara Falls in collaboration with the Westinghouse Company. And it worked brilliantly. Wow, that's amazing, Mr. Tesla. No wonder you were known as to be the modern-day God of Thunder. Ha 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 ha. How very right you are, Madame Blavatsky. Indeed, while others have claimed such a title, I am the only one to make good on their promises. Sir Benjamin Franklin may have proven that lightning could be tamed with his invention of the lightning rod, but I went many steps further. I accomplished the greatest feats of electricity humanity has ever seen. I am the true possessor of the god of thunder and lightning. I am one of the who relegated Zeus, Jupiter, Thor, Perkunus? Don't know who that is. And countless other gods to relics of the past. I am the embodiment of myth and of humanity. Indeed, three-phase alternating current electrical current is the very hope of all humanity. I see. You keep mentioning this myth of humanity, but you never defined it. Oh, hello, Master. I didn't see you there. Have you come to hear my regularly scheduled speech? You do these regularly? Heh, I guess that's one way to put it. Every now and then he has to regale me with his stuff and get it out of his system. Ha 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 ha. While I usually pride myself with my composure, I must admit that even I cannot help but be embarrassed at hearing it put so plainly. I must thank you for always indulging me in these redefinitions, Madame Blavatsky. My musings on who I was as a human, what I accomplished, and what remained out of my reach would not be the same if it were not for your attentive audience. Oh, don't worry about me. I always enjoy hearing you go on. Well, thank you again. Truly. Even if this something was a well-rehearsed speech of mine, I still need to warm up the engine, so to speak. Now then, Master, I believe you wish to know what I mean when I occasionally refer to the myth of humanity. Right, occasionally. Yes. Well, it's really quite simple. The myth of humanity is just that, a myth involving humanity. It is a myth that follows mankind's footsteps towards the future in real time, rather than looking back to retrace the footsteps of old and irrelevant gods. It is, in other words, a wholly new myth for modern times. Did you ever talk about it when you were alive too? I may have discussed it when I was still alive, but I'm certain it would never have found its way into a book. After all, there are far too many experts in the world, mages included, for me to delve too deeply into myths of this nature. While I was indeed a poet, musician, and philosopher in addition to being a prodigious engineer, I was neither a mage nor hermeneutician? I believe that's the word. So it didn't seem my place to pursue. Though I would have liked to hear more from Paul Ricker while I was still alive. Sounds like you're not exactly obsessed with the idea then. Though there is that other thing you say not infrequently, you know. The one the heaven and earth heroic spirits are too fond of. What was it again? The present is theirs. The future for which I really worked is mine. Ha 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 ha. True, but I certainly didn't mean it that way. It's not that I have a grudge against individual gods or legendary heroes after all. But could it be that you want to be a god yourself? You want to be the deity in charge of modern, or rather, electrical civilization? Absolutely not. However, the idea that humanity as a whole could now be called a god is an interesting one. Now that humans have acquired godly power in the form of electricity at their fingertips, they can and should use it to advance the entire civilization. Indeed, that very process is the world system. I'm sorry, world system? Oh, Have you forgotten? I could have sworn I talked about it before. Imagine a vast amount of energy, enough to reach every corner of the planet, a mechanism to supply electrical power wherever it is needed, forever freed from the constant constraints of wires. Imagine if the world system were to be successfully installed, covering the whole world, there would no longer be energy haves and have-nots. The blessings of electricity would be available equally to all, no matter where they may be, where they may reside on the planet. See, he's really something, right? You can't get much more grandiose than something that affects the whole world. I really love it. It's all very Mahatma. Ha 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 ha. Feel free to shower me with even more praise, Madame Blavatsky. Ah, it feels so good to be appreciated. Though, you know. This world system of yours. It kind of sounds like the concept of mana, don't you think? You must have heard of that before, no? No, I can't say that I have. And personally, I don't see it. In fact, while we're on the subject, let's make this perfectly clear. I don't care for things like mana, or ode, one bit, my fair madam. The age of gods is over. True ether is long since gone. Mankind has left mystics far behind. Myth and legends have both been relegated to distant past, where they now hold no more sway than mere illusion. As humanity continued to further civilization and establish greater footholds into science, the old gods' bodies faded away until they were no more than hazy divine spirits. In maid circles, it is said that while this world was once abundant with mystics, it has since become a world abundant in civilization, where even those with no specialized knowledge can enjoy the benefits of technology and energy. But is that really true, my fair madam? Even today, a vast supply of magical energy, nay, mana, remains manifest throughout the planet. And mystics continue to engage in mysterious machinations, even reaching a point where the very world itself teeters on the brink of destruction. Indeed, I perceive both a great undertaking that was the incineration of humanity and the bleached earth disaster to be the inevitable endpoint of mystics themselves. However, my world system is completely, perfectly safe. Indeed, I would go so far as to say it represents the myth of safety and the advent of lightning. A fat lot of good that does now. Edison? Yes, that's Thomas Edison. What do you want, you half-witted, late to the party eccentric? Where does someone who arrives too late get off interrupting my moment of profound understanding with Madame Blavatsky and Master? The only half-witted eccentric around here is you pompous fool. And what's this Edison arrives too late nonsense? How irritating. If anyone arrives late to the party, it's you, if you're still spouting all that nonsense about a world system and standing waves. Haven't you ever heard of the Schumann resonances, you mangy plebeian? You haven't learned a thing since you died. Of course I know about Schumann and his resonances, and you're an even bigger fool than he was, since you couldn't even prove your theories when you were alive. Huh? What? Think about it. Schumann was essentially following in my footsteps, right? He would certainly never have arrived at the Schumann resonances had it not been for my critical insights he got from my world system. He may not have explicitly said it so in his writings, but we all know it's true. Do you even hear the words coming out of your mouth, you narcissistic, self-proclaimed genius? Your sheer arrogance is exactly. Rah! My electricity is slipping out. What do you know? My electricity is slipping out too. Okay, that's enough. Oh. Well, if you say so, Madame Blavatsky. Yes, I do. Both of you. Keep your electricity where it belongs. I swear, just because you're essentially the modern-day thunder gods doesn't mean you have to always be spoiling for a fight like the old ones were. Well, I know that was certainly the case with Thor, but I wouldn't say that was true for all the old thunder gods. What's this now, Tesla? Are you actually a secret admirer of thunder gods? What was that? Was that a mosquito landing on me? I didn't think there were any mosquitoes in the Wandering Sea. There must be a draft in here. That almost tickled. Almost tickled. A mosquito. Both of you, cut it out! Alright, seriously, enough. No more fighting, especially not in the library. Do you want me to call the librarian? You'll make Murasaki Chikabu cry if she sees you two fighting. No true gentleman would ever make a lady cry. Yes, you make a good point. This is a public institution, and just the sort of library we were hoping for at that. Indeed, you're exactly right, Madame Blavatsky. As they say these days, this is not a good look. Not only should we be more careful with our electricity, we should take more care. We also should take care not to have such shouted arguments. In fact, now that I think of it, my own impression speech earlier must have crossed the bounds of acceptable volume levels too. Heh, no need to worry about that. I already cast a spell to sound dampener spell before we got started. So you can talk as loudly as you like without worrying about bothering anyone else. But no more electricity, got it? The next time I see you two making sparks at each other, I'm blasting you with a spell of my own. Yes, madam. My apologies. Tesla, what would you say to him about making a gentleman's agreement? Oh, what did you have in mind? A moratorium on our AC/DC war in the library. What do you think? It's a rather elegant suggestion, if I do say so myself. So all they're fighting is actually a continuation of their AC/DC war, huh? Very well, I certainly have no interest in continuing to fight a war I've already won. Oh. As alternating current has been conclusively proven the stuff of dreams, and the direct current is stuff of nightmares. It would be the height of foolishness to continue debating it. Tesla, what are you doing? Yes, you're right. It would be the height of foolishness. The sheer folly required to pursue a pipe dream as preposterous as the world system, even after one's death. Well, it's so absurdly idiotic. All one can do in response is laugh. Now don't you start too. I'll pipe your dreams, you major plebeian. So you show your true colors, you half-witted eccentric. You obviously never had any intention of agreeing to a truce. I see now I have no choice but to halt your idiotic aspirations in their tracks myself. As the king of the inventors, it's my job to put runaway electricians like you in their place. Do your worst. Ha 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 ha. Now that's more like it. I can't even remember the last time I fought you in this spirit origin. God, forget it. I give up. Master, I'm going to put a bounded field up around them so they don't destroy the library. Once that's done, try to figure out a way to stop them. Got it. Great. God, let the 236th AC/DC war begin. Come forth, mechanized infantry. He's brought out that many? Are you really summoning your underlings from a separate singularity to help you, you cheating bastard? What's wrong with that, you vapid pretty boy inventor? I'm practically a singularity-based heroic spirit already. Why else would I the devastatingly handsome king of the inventors, have the head of a lion. That is, of course, not to say that it is not an exceptionally stylish visage to present to the world. Shut up. This did escalate rather quickly, didn't it, Master? I'm sorry to ask this of you, but would you mind helping me? I could easily handle the flea bag, but dealing with that many mechanized infantry at the same time is another story. I guess you have a point. Much appreciated. Alright, let me remind you this major plebeian of how a powerful three-phase alternating current, electrical current, truly is.
夏だからね。戦いも観光も涼やかなものがいい。
Oh, that's that one.
運命をかけた戦いであれば。
さて、カウンティングオーバー。刮目せよ。オーケー。古の神々よ、眠れ。今や。我々こそが神話を駆け抜け。システムケラウドス。
Should have brought a lancer.
ご要望とあらば。切り込む。おっと。おや。
定かにように
切り込む。
輝きを。
おっと。神の来景はここにある。さあ、ご覧に入れよ。システムケラウド。
Okay, there's Edison.
You're right, Tony.
そこです。
さて、カウンティングオーバー。君に全チップをかけよう。頼むぞ。またひらめいた。ライトニング。行くかい。古の神々よ、眠れ。今や我々こそが神話を駆け抜け。システムケラウドス。ライトニング。悪いね。
Oh, nice.
熱を帯びなさい。マルミアドワーズ。
よろしく。満足のいく結果だったかい。それは上々。
Alright, almost done with my weekly missions. Oh, poor Shikaboo. Excuse me, everyone. I'm sorry to bother you, but I was in the archives when I heard what sounded like explosions. I had to come see what was happening. Can someone please explain to me what happened here? How did all those steel mannequins end up scattered across the floor. And why are Lord Nikola Tesla and Lord Edison sprawled out alongside them? Yes, my magical energy is completely spent. I can't even move anymore. I'm so sorry about the disturbance, Murasaki Shikabu. We couldn't get these two blockheads to stop fighting, no matter how hard we try. I did my best to ensure they didn't damage the library, but in case they did, please feel free to bill all three of us for the charges. I see. Thank you for the offer, but that won't be necessary. The library is perfectly fine. I'm more concerned about whether Lord Tesla and Edison are okay. Oh sure, you don't have to worry about them. They'll be as fit as a fiddle again in no time. You know, now that I think about it, they never went all out like this at Chaldea that often. I'm sure they had plenty of pent-up frustration, so this should help get out of their systems for a while. I'd say this should keep them settled down for at least 6 months or so. I see. So that's how it works. Yeah, that tracks. You can tell too, huh? There, completely unharmed. I do apologize to all three of you for the trouble. As a gentleman, it pains me deeply to think that I may have caused you, lovely ladies, in particular, any degree of distress. Please don't worry about the lion head. I'll lock him... that is to say, I'll put him in the simulator myself. Now if I put you there first, you pathetic wrestler reject. Oh, if it isn't the pitiful wrestler wannabe in spandex. I didn't know you were still alive. You bet I am. No, I can't go back to the throne until I've seen at least seen your research papers, huh? What did you just say? You said something about a true world system earlier, yes? Well, I don't know anything about that, seeing as you never formally announced it. So I decided to refrain from declaring it a failure until I at least read your presentation. Are you serious, Edison? You aren't going to try to get in my way? I don't have a company to manage or employees to provide for here. Right now, I'm only a scientist, just like any other. So I figured I could deign it to interact with you as a fellow scientist rather than a company owner. You guys. You expect me to believe that? How dare you! Excuse me, could you please stop fighting in the library? Will you two cut it out already? In 3 turns. Oh, for all allies, okay. Well, alright. We're gonna close up for today. We got through like at least 4 or 5, I believe. And plus, Ascension quest to unlock Doman's final Ascensions. But I hope you enjoyed this interlude and chilled stream. I'm gonna try and stream again Thursday. Not sure what I'm gonna do. Probably FGOJP stuff. Yeah, because we're still in the middle of the Road to 7 campaign for Lost Belt 6. So we'll probably do something about that, like do the quests and get those tickets and stuff like that. And be like an FGO vlog of sorts. But next week, so we got the tickets coming up, or not the tickets, the downloads campaign coming up tonight for FGO-NA. And next week should be the Christmas event, if I'm not mistaken. Depending on when it's at. Like, probably the 14th, which is... God, I want to say Thursday. No. I lied. It'll probably be Wednesday, right? Because today's the 6th? No, 5th. Today's the 5th. So... Monday, Tuesday, 6th, Wednesday, so yeah, Thursday. So it'll probably be next